You can post this, but if you see my granddaughters,
Okay, what I will do is I'll have it unlisted, which means if I want to share it with someone, I just send them the URL. It can't come up in a search.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Yes.
I just,
Yeah. Oh wow, this used to seem so big. Now, did you guys bring the wall in at all? Oh my God.
We didn't
Yeah.
change anything.
Oh my God.
Well, the wood.
We changed all the floors to wood.
Yeah. Because my mother was a psychologist, and in her later years she moved her office here.
Yeah.
So she used to have her office in Penn Center. What brought you to Pittsburgh?
Work. I took a job at Duquesne University.
Oh, okay. My friend Maria, who I was best friend, she lives in Forest Hills now. Mm-hmm. Well, that's where she grew up, but I think her primary residence is still in New York. Mm-hmm. And her father worked at Duquesne.
Okay.
Yeah, as an accountant. He went to Duquesne.
Gotcha.
I think he worked there. Yeah, I know he went to Duquesne. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my work office
Is
until I
he-
retire.
Okay. Yeah.
Then it becomes our home office.
Yeah. Oh, we used to have a bench there as long as I can remember. Oh, you saw everything. I don't need to explain it to you.
No, I want
Yeah.
to hear it from you.
Okay. I'm so glad you guys are interested in the history.
Do you know, even after we bought our house, years ago, our first house, I used to love model houses and home show and all of that. So, yeah. So this is interesting.
What brought you to Pittsburgh?
But
Duquesne.
going to work for Duquesne.
Oh, right, Duquesne. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. So, and when I was little, I think you can even still see it. I'm talking about. I was the only member of the family. They moved here in '61. That's when it was built, and I was born in '62.
Okay.
So this was the only house I knew. Yeah. But I remember one time, and you can maybe make it out. I did this thing with orange crayon. I was like 4 at the time, just seeing to go down paralleling the banister. For years, it was still there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
We had all of the slate floors just in the
blue slate. Yeah.
Blue slate. And the floors, we had them cleaned and sealed.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So this is where they are natural.
Yes.
But it's funny when somebody spills something, we had our granddaughters here, and it's like, it just beads, and you're not used to that, but you can't, it doesn't look shiny.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, this is what it looked like, and I'd always try to step and not, yeah. So, and this was...
you had a more formal living room.
Right, exactly. Well, this looks pretty formal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the TV.
Got a TV.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Now I see what you're saying.
I grew up that way, too.
Yeah. The TV was in that. Well, you have a TV in that room,
That's our home office.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It's kind of the catch-all because we want to make that a family room.
Right.
But we need our home computer and home stuff in there, so it's kind of.
When I retire, we clean out the work office upstairs, move the home office up there, and then
right.
Basically the playroom for the grandkids.
Okay. And how did you find this neighborhood? You were just getting shown different...
Oh, gosh, yes.
Okay, so this house was listed.
Okay.
And they had listed it as a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, 1,400 square feet.
Yeah.
Who would buy it?
Yeah. So, that's what we were thinking is 1,400 square feet, 4 bedrooms. How do you do that?
And it said it had a formal dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I couldn't.
So actually, we were looking at another house in the area, and we thought we got to go see that little house with all the bedrooms just to see how they did it. And we came in here, and clearly
they did not count.
Right.
They didn't count this part, even though I consider this living area.
Right. Oh.
I just.
Okay. Yes. Good. Glad it didn't break.
It was like an IKEA special, so I can put it all back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we came here, place had been on the market for quite a while.
Oh,
Wasn't getting
interesting.
a lot of attention, probably because of the bad listing.
Yeah.
We came around the back, and there were no curtains, so we peeked in the window here, and Roberta saw the dining room and said, our table will fit.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We had we spent a big time because we bought the we were in Ann Arbor and we had, but for the first time ever, had a formal dining room. So
Right.
we had this made at the Ann Arbor Art Fair. It's all.
Oh, the art. Yeah, I know the art fair.
And,
Yeah.
And it's Amish.
Yeah.
Maple, and I mean it's just beautiful. The only thing is we needed to have more seats. But
Yeah.
we only got 4. There's 2 more back there.
Right.
And we went. What is that place in Greensburg? There's some. What was that place we bought?
I can't remember.
There was and I took pictures of this.
Yeah.
And I kept stains, and so they're not exactly, but they're close.
Okay. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have noticed until you pointed it out. Yeah, and you saw the original dining room. This is very similar
Very
to
similar.
that dining room.
The divider there was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom had a buffet, and when I was little, they were even, and then she got it redesigned in '74, and then they were like lower. One was lowered, and yeah, but that's still that light's still the
still
same.
there.
Yeah.
We added these. The builder who did
Yeah.
this for us just put can lights in there.
Oh, really?
It was.
That must have
great.
been Vigliotti.
Yeah.
I actually have a video. I should send it to you, which would have been probably how you got it, because we came back with my mother and saw it in 2017, and it was all empty. Nothing was in it at that point.
That would be.
Yeah. So that, and it reminded me, and I sent you the pictures of when it was being built.
That was really interesting.
That was just so cool to me.
Yeah. No, I was really hoping that somebody would move in who would want to know the history, and yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited to find out that Lisa is doing the.
Right.
I haven't heard back from her.
Well, it sounds like the committee's already in full board.
You mean with the tour
Yeah.
type of thing? Yeah. She was just telling me because I just saw her. I came from her place.
Because I had said that in that email. In that little letter said she was looking for volunteers, and I had volunteered. I never heard back from her. So
Oh,
I'm like,
okay. Yeah.
She's busy.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
No, this is nice. Oh, that's interesting. You put a curtain were the sliding doors there when you.
They were, but they were old and
they fell off the rollers.
Oh wow, yeah.
It was during COVID.
Okay.
Nobody could get materials, so we said, you know what? Until everything comes back, we'll just put curtains.
Right.
We kind of like it that way.
And you saw those original pink cabinets from the
gosh,
60s.
Yeah.
The orange, I should say.
Those were great.
Yeah, when I was first born, they were, yeah.
Well, your parents' kitchen before your dad redid it, the stove was turquoise.
Yeah.
Oh, you had the same cabinets? That's so funny.
Yes,
Yeah, that must have been interesting to see this house like looking like your house as a kid. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, so you are exactly in our generation.
Right.
You're 1 year younger than I am. So our parents, I'm sure, are
the
same generation.
Yeah, because
Yeah, no, but I was the youngest of 4, so my parents were born in the 20s.
Well, my dad was born in 29, my mom in 33. So.
Oh, my dad was 25, my mom 27.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes,
that's kind
close.
of around the ages.
Yes.
My father was born in 32 and my mom in 36.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a little bit. Yeah. So this is interesting.
I know.
The door used to be.
We thought it was interesting to see they had the access here. To the
Right.
closet. Yeah.
Now, did you guys change that, or
They did that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we asked them to.
We put in the lights.
They
Again,
hang
there
Okay,
more
yeah.
fan lights here.
But this is the closet,
Yeah.
and I love it because it's just big enough.
Right.
Doesn't take up all the room.
Yeah, exactly. And then, as you saw, I'm so glad you saw the
like a
video.
desk and a
Yes.
bookcase.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a whole wraparound bookcase that went around, and it was interesting. I never knew this, but it turned out that was a bookcase that they brought from the previous home. And I thought it was custom built for this house.
It looked like
It did, but they had it in the previous house, which was bizarre to me.
Going through the video you sent, just noticing all the places your parents had bookshelves. I said to Roberta, I think we would have liked them.
Yeah. Although, they were readers, but these were like a lot of books. books. Who knows if anyone ever read them?
Oh,
yeah.
we have that too.
Yeah.
I figured half the books in the
When-
house are on the Tubi right now.
Yeah.
When we moved from our house that our kids grew up from Berkeley to Ann Arbor, we curated all our books and
Yeah.
the children's books that we kept certain ones, but
Yeah.
the rest went to my brother and his younger
Right,
kids.
right.
You know? So we're doing that and we're figuring this all out and
We donated just tons of
and
books.
tons of books,
Yeah.
and we still.
Yeah,
I
every once in a while
know.
you have to
Yeah,
go through and
yeah.
call books and
Yeah.
find people who will love them. Yeah, so this room is going to change. 3 years from now, this will turn into the family
A
room.
family room.
Okay,
We'll
yeah,
have-
Have another
yeah.
TV and have a place for the grandkids. to
Right, right.
Because we can now move that upstairs.
Yeah.
It's just temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And this is like the original thing here.
Yep. Same. The sliding door is also
Yeah.
the same. Here.
And
want the light?
the light
Yeah.
fixture
Oh, yeah,
I
that'd
noticed is the same.
I want.
Oh
to change.
yes, yes, yes.
I want that to change,
Yeah.
but
That's a
Yeah.
future project.
there's you know. You
Right,
pick.
right.
So this is the laundry room, and it's a mess.
Oh yeah. Well, it's what a laundry room
And
is.
then, and then on the laundry.
Oh, and the chute. You still
We
have the
got
chute.
rid of the
Oh, you
chute.
got rid of the
Yeah.
chutes. That's
Got rid of the
funny.
chute, and I have bought a piece of drywall to fix
Yeah.
the ceiling, but again, just like with the ceiling light and painting,
Yeah. So.
my work goes in.
Oh, and the
spurts.
tub's new too. It's not
Oh,
the.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys put in or what Vigliotti
All
did.
of it was Vigliotti.
Okay.
Well,
I had the
I
washer
mean,
and dryer. was ours, but
anything that's standalone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we brought.
yeah, but
Right,
the,
right.
The tub is there. Is most
Yeah.
of the infrastructure. In
Yeah.
the basement, we did a lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
interesting.
Also, our basement is a mess, but
It's supposed to.
one thing that was really interesting is here
Oh.
is. I'm sorry.
No.
So, you know, here's the fuse box.
That's the same
Yeah,
fuse box.
same fuse box. They upgraded it, but
Yeah.
There's another one. In the
there's
basement.
another one in the basement. They didn't have
Oh.
enough electrical by the time you put.
Oh,
They
that's
add
right. We
in-
did have one down there.
Oh,
Now that
okay.
you said that,
Okay.
I remember there were some fuses you had to go down there for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was. It ended up the central air kind of.
Yeah.
And we never had central air.
Yeah, they
Right.
Yeah.
we retrofitted.
Oh,
They did-
okay.
They did a pretty good job of fitting it in.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, we didn't. We had these really old air
We
conditioners.
saw the
They
units
were-
in the wall.
Well,
Yeah.
When we were in Berkeley,
Yeah.
we had
Yeah.
the same thing. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
But
interesting.
theirs were
Yeah.
built into the walls. And if
Yeah.
you remember when I painted the exercise room,
Yeah,
I
you
could
can
see where
Right,
the unit
right,
had been
right.
because they had replaced the
Yeah.
drywall. I could see
Actually,
because of
those
the
were
mark.
installed after we moved in,
Okay.
like late '60s or so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and it seems
Yeah.
so modern and
Oh, God.
yeah, those air conditioners at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So now we've still got the original, water heat, but
we had
Yeah.
central air.
central air.
Yeah,
She has a new
yeah.
boiler.
Oh yeah, that was giving my mom a lot. Well, we had the pipes freeze the last year she owned it, and so you knew about that, or
No,
is that?
Well, it's
Oh,
just that
okay.
we had some pipes freeze and
Oh.
Like
one
like
year.
the couple years
Yeah.
ago, but it's been our winters haven't been that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got the new boiler a couple years ago, replaced the water heater,
Right
added
away.
a water softener,
Yeah.
added a circuit in the basement, so we've got actually.
Right.
Electrical
Plugs
down
in.
there.
Yeah.
So,
So.
if you want to see it, you can
Sure,
see it.
sure, why not?
It's a basement.
I mean, this is what I used to be very scared of.
Oh yeah.
And that's funny. My mom kept her soft drinks up here too, and then we had the extra leaves for the table.
We saw that.
Oh, that's right. All the stuff you
Yeah,
would
but
have
so-
seen.
The extra leaves for our table is in the guest room.
Oh, okay.
closet.
Yeah. That's the one thing.
Oh, look at that stained glass there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was something they put in.
And we
Yeah.
also have the what is that? Is that the
radon,
Radon.
yeah.
Yeah. Now that it's funny because that one was the fuses you can switch, and the fuse box here were the ones we screwed in. I
Okay.
remember.
Oh, okay.
Well, so-
they're
Yeah.
all circuit breakers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the inspection, before we moved in, we asked them to, the builder
Okay.
to put the radar
Yeah.
system in. So they were really nice. They were very accommodating.
Yeah. And that was, oh yeah, that used to be a big thing here that
you
could
can
see.
the
Yeah.
what so and it made
That was a concern when we were looking at the house, was the age of that boiler.
Right.
Because I'm a plumber's daughter, and I'm like, I understand, some of this stuff, but I'm thinking, okay, just trying to.
Yeah. Well, my mom didn't want to do anything
That makes sense.
At a certain point. She just wanted to maintain it and not have people come in.
Yeah.
The last type of redecorating she did was 87. So so what you saw was like the vestiges of 87.
That sofa, didn't I say that
we had that sofa.
One of the sofas, we had the same floral pattern, but it was more pastel.
Okay.
And so I said, I know that sofa.
And that was about the mid 80s.
Oh, interesting.
We got that between Martin and Catherine's birth, so about 90.
Yeah.
So and that's the water softener.
Yeah.
And this is all for make it.
Right.
A lot of
this looks like the original thing,
this
is
part
it?
Is,
Yeah, there's some original.
This part doesn't, but I remember this. Yeah.
And then all of that.
Yeah.
This was one of the biggest adjustments for us.
I could see.
Kind of is, because in Michigan, the house was a ranch and everything's flat, that.
Right,
so
right.
We had an 1,800 square foot basement, so we could just throw stuff down there.
Yeah.
Now here, we have to think about what do we want to keep and where are we going to store it?
Right. And did you guys grow up in Michigan?
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
Well, you grew up in.
I grew up in Michigan, but you spent part of your early years.
Well, yeah, moved to Detroit when I was 12.
I thought it was
third
grade.
No, third grade was Chicago.
Okay, so you see, he's
fourth or fifth grade was Detroit.
His father worked for Shell.
So I always say,
right.
I grew up in Michigan for the parts of my life that were important.
Yeah.
So I lived in Birmingham, grew up in Birmingham. Roberta grew up in
Dearborn.
Right.
So.
Yeah, the first time I went to Michigan, and it's interesting. Do you still have the fenceway back there?
Yes, we do.
Yes. But
okay.
We don't have anything in there. This is, so you know what it is, we are converting everything
to natural.
This is this is a meadow, and it's
a pollinator.
Yeah,
it's a pollinator, and we have to remove some others, and we've been putting wildflowers, pollinators, been very specific.
So what you weren't able to see in the video, because that was like right after winter, what happened is there was sinkholes that had opened up. And that's how my mom knew about Figliotti, because he did the re-landscaping, but it took out all her gardening.
Gardens there.
Oh yeah, you've seen that?
Well, from the video.
Right, because that one video from 1968, I forgot, it shows her watering it. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
It was really interesting to me what you called the lower backyard.
Oh, right.
Where you had a swing set and it was grass down there. When we bought it, it was just mud down there.
Oh, interesting.
So for the last 7 years, in the fall, I've been dragging the leaves back there and and they're just composting.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we used to keep a compost, but that was always a problem where I could see why it was muddy, because the water would collect there by the sewer. But that's where we had the. That's interesting. I hadn't watched that since I made it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we are adding to this pergola.
Yes.
What's pergola?
It's something like metal, awning thing. It's a rectangle, but it's not
a freestanding roof enclosure over.
Okay. Interesting.
With screens and stuff, because it's so hot. It's just having it right there.
That's interesting. Yeah.
A lot of people have. Well, you can see that tree's pretty. That's not a tree in this side.
Yeah.
But it's dying. So we just keep
you're
waiting
right.
for it
You're right.
to go, because we went through 3 or 4 years, and we had them do the pruning, because
the oaks in front
and because they were coming down some of the branches
this,
and I was afraid, what is it going to do to the roof? It did dent one of our gutters.
Right. What I was going to share, this is just so trivia and tangential, but the first time I went to Michigan, It was for my birthday in 1972. My brother's born March 14th. I'm born April 1st. So we went to Dearborn as a joint birthday gift the week of 72, and that's when we had the fence installed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and that was to keep all the people, all the
Yes.
kids mainly,
Yeah.
cutting through the yard,
Yeah.
and then I
But we-
put it over to the
So-
next door
we had
neighbor.
a
So,
problems.
yeah, funny
Yeah.
thing, the gate is still there, but it's decrepit and it's kind of
Yeah.
hanging. So we know deer come through.
Right, right.
Kids and people were coming through, and when we put the meadow in, we were afraid that they're going to start interfering with the meadow and with the critters.
Right.
So I did end up putting up a no trespassing sign.
Yeah.
But a couple of years ago, there was a gentleman who was a patient at the nursing home over in Fox Hills.
Forest Hills.
Yeah.
Oh, and I remember what was
Yeah.
there before that.
Yeah, and he would go out on walks,
Yeah.
and he
He
would
was
always
in-
find his way to this neighborhood. He was in his 80s or so.
Yeah.
No, he was really old, but he also had dementia.
Yeah.
Dementia, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And so he would find his way into our yard, and one time we found him standing on top of the manhole cover over there, just kind of
Oh, right.
looking down
Is
into
it
the gully area.
In the backyard or the sewer?
In the backyard.
Yeah.
Right to the right where those trees are, there's
Yeah.
a manhole cover. And he was kind of perched on it, and he looked really unsteady. A couple other times we found him just sort of wandering in the yard looking confused.
Right.
And we ended up calling the nursing home. They'd have to come pick him up.
Yeah.
We would talk to them about, why don't you keep, this guy's
Right.
going to get hurt or something.
Yeah. But it's
You know?
interesting that he'd always end up
He
here.
probably lived around here.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was a physician.
Yeah.
That's all
Okay.
I know, but I don't know what his
He
name.
was really a sweet,
Sweet.
sweet man.
Yeah.
He came in the middle of July, hot as could be,
Yeah.
and good thing my husband works from home because he came up and he was confused. He's just sweating. We put him in the shade
Yeah.
and
Sat him
gave
down,
him
gave
water
him some water.
and called the nursing home and said, "This,
Yeah.
that's dangerous."
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, he hasn't been by in a year or so. So
I
part
don't
of
know.
us was thinking, well, maybe they've done something better in their protocols to keep him safe.
Right.
Given his age, maybe he's
I
passed
know.
on.
Yeah,
Kind of feel
yeah.
bad about him.
Yeah, we just wanted him to be
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But,
definitely.
Now, every once in a while, somebody will come through and say, "Is it okay if I do this?" And I say, "Yeah,
Okay.
please don't." They go, "Okay."
Or
That's right.
we know the kids go through for
Right.
school, but I don't know if you heard about it. But next door
This one next.
Yeah.
on the stilts,
Yeah.
that one they in like a spring and a fall, they had a car come from Upper Marbury. Somebody
Uh-huh.
was trying to ditch the police and turned at Upper
Oh,
Marbury.
Lisa was telling me.
And
Yeah.
came down the hill.
Right,
crashed into
right.
the
And
tree.
they
Oh, they
into the
crashed. She
tree.
didn't tell me the whole story.
And then like this was just this past
Yeah.
Last year.
last year, and it was that there was
Another chase.
another chase, but it was huge because there was shotgun involved in it, and they
Oh, shoot.
The car came screaming down Marbury,
Thinking he could get
went
out.
up their driveway,
Right, right.
through their yard, and crashed into a tree back in
Wow.
the back of their property. And there were like 8 or
I don't
10
know. It
police
looked-
cars
it looked
chasing
Wow.
them.
Oh my gosh,
It was
the-
crazy.
We never had that
It
drama.
was 2 in the morning, and
Oh,
I
that
just
would have been
remember-
terrifying.
And it is. It
Yeah.
just throws you,
Yeah.
and then you're like this after you're done, and they kept those on until they
Yeah.
could do the search
Yeah,
because
it took them a
one
while to
ran.
find the driver.
Right.
So it was like maybe 45 minutes, but they kept those. And finally, someone said, turn the sirens off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the lights.
Oh,
They were-
right.
2 cars were in our driveway, a bunch in the Wisnick's driveway.
Right. We were just
Very
covered.
exciting times.
Yeah. Wow. No, I was telling Lisa this, and all my friends, my niece and nephew knew this. I used to have this recurring dream where I would be in the foyer looking out, and either this really ominous car would come around the cul-de-sac and kind of pause at the base of the driveway, and you didn't know what they were doing. Or it would be, this would be what you just described was
Yeah.
almost my nightmare that I would have. A car would come and lurch, speed up the driveway, lurch to a stop, and a bunch of people got out. and I had to go to the front door, lock it, run to this door and lock it, and would I make it to the back door? That's like when I would wake up.
That's an anxiety.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's rooted in reality because we do get cars coming down here all the time, just checking out the neighborhood, and they come to the end of the cul-de-sac and they're like, "What happened?" So
yeah.
it
was prophecy.
Yeah. Okay.
So here we go. Now we're sad.
Yeah.
When they redid the roof and they covered those, so I told
Oh,
them.
wow.
We saw in your video that those
Where
actually
we're
had
open.
sunlight come in.
And-
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
we've seen other houses in the neighborhood with it, so I
Yeah.
told Bob that if
That's
if
in our
we-
plan is to
if-
figure out a way to
figure
get that
out
back.
how to do.
What
get rid of that.
did they extend the roof? Or
Well,
what
the garage roof, you know, it's a flat roof.
Yeah.
And it's rubber, so the rubber goes right up to the vertical.
Okay. Oh, so it's a really thick roof now,
Yeah.
basically. Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because sometimes at night, what you would be able to see if someone was coming down the street, because the lights would come through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd love to have that open to the sky again.
Interesting. Yeah.
The other thing about that garage roof, I'm sure you know this, is, I mean,
It leaks.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It has
Oh.
not. No, it has not leaked.
No, but it doesn't leak, but I'm thinking of the water that comes off our car, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'd be sitting in my office working during the day, especially in the fall when the acorns
Yeah.
are dropping. I'd hear acorns hitting the roof.
Right.
Then I'd hear what sounded like footsteps on the roof.
Oh, it drove me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And
It'd be
it
at
happened
night
a long
too.
time until one day Roberta was coming home and she pulled up the driveway and she surprised a couple of deer that were up on the roof eating the acorns that had fallen
It was
from the
deer.
trees.
The video I have to send you, this was in 1985. My parents were away and I was here with my friends, and we discovered raccoons had made a nest in the chimney.
Oh.
Not just the chimney, but at the base of the fireplace.
Yikes.
And we called, and my one friend rescued that. I should send that to you.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've always been
The
worried about
chimney
it.
is caged off up there.
Well, that was because.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
That's the thing that
Yeah.
we appreciate is all of the,
Yeah.
because that is the history of the house.
Right.
Yeah. So far, we haven't had any critters in the house that we haven't wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, well, what about birds crashing into the windows?
oh
yeah.
gosh,
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
we try to put
Oh, this is
something
interesting.
there.
So, did you put in all
Yeah,
the wood
on
floors?
all the
We
wood.
put in all
Yeah,
the wood.
yeah, because you saw that was all
Yeah,
carpeting.
yeah. And when we
Yeah.
bought it, it was
It was-
standard grade
Right,
builder's
right.
carpeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I loved in the video looking up the stairs. They had bookshelves here.
Right,
That
right,
was
right,
great.
right. Yes, yeah.
so this is,
Yeah.
This is the color that every single wall was when we bought the place.
except
Oh,
the
really?
I'm
bathrooms and they were
slowly going
white.
through and just adding color.
Yeah.
So, I know you said this was kind of like somebody's all-purpose bedroom.
It was a bedroom. So my one sister, who's 10 years older than me, she was born in 52. When I remember, it was her room. But of course, there was different arrangements when I was an infant. But my brother and I shared the next room.
Gotcha.
And and then he moved into this just because we fought so much. My grandmother was going to stay with us that they knew they had to separate us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's where the clock was where the air conditioning unit.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, I think
Or
it's
was it
behind
over
this.
here?
it was right there.
Okay.
Yes.
Behind that. And
Yes,
that's, I
yeah.
think, why we put that up
Right,
too.
right. Yes, that's
Yeah,
exactly.
and there's also there's a space here I can
Oh,
see
you still have
sometimes when I'm
the? Are you
exercising.
use the baseboard?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
out there.
Okay.
We had it flushed and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah, it would need it. What I
It's
used to
been
do is
great.
put crayons there to see, just so you know. Yeah, so it was
That will
interesting.
be Penelope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we get is, of course, the kitties love it.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, my
They
God.
just, they
yeah,
want to lay
yeah,
on it.
Yeah.
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 So we use this, and this is off-season clothes.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
there's our cat,
Oh,
Esme.
was
She was
hiding?
like,
Yeah.
Okay.
How many cats do you have? Just one, two.
She's
Okay,
only been here a month.
yeah.
She's a rescue, and she's being very brave.
And this was my bed. Oh, they replaced the drawers. I have it. I can send you a video that I took. So in 1975, I put a note. These were different doors. Oh, did you see
We
that in the
replaced
video?
all the closet
Okay,
doors.
yeah.
pretty
but I
early
left
in
a
our
note
time.
about.
We
Yeah.
couldn't, once we put the wood floors in,
Yeah.
the doors wouldn't open.
Right,
close.
right.
Yeah.
So you saw the original one.
Yes.
Well, on the back of this one, I put a note that in 1975, how I lived there, and then I signed it again in 2015 once it was being sold.
We never missed,
Well,
we missed that. Yeah, when they took them out.
When
I
they
think
took
they
them out.
painted the inside because I looked for it in
Yeah.
2017 and I couldn't see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. You have curtains. We always had the blinds,
Yeah.
which you saw. I'm so glad I sent that to you beforehand.
Me too. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really
I,
interesting. When we bought the house, there was nothing on the windows. There
Right.
weren't even any rods or anything.
Right,
so.
right.
So
yeah.
I
And this is
have
just
a
guess,
really
but-
high, I'm really allergic to dusts and
Uh-huh.
molds. So wood floors and, we're,
Okay, you can't
house
really
we
do
go to.
carpet. Yeah.
yeah,
First thing we do is
and,
put-
Yeah.
and then these are washable.
So,
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
this is, I grew up with Scandinavian rugs, so.
Yeah. And where in Michigan did you grow up?
I grew up in, I was early years Dearborn and then Troy.
Okay,
So I
yeah.
graduated from high school.
Right. Where's Troy again?
It's
These
a
were
northern-
places.
northern
It's
suburb.
oh gosh,
Fif-
it's,
Yeah, they
15 to 16 miles.
And-
Okay.
Yeah.
it starts there. Let's see. There
I
used to
remember
be, do you know
hearing
where
that.
the
Somerset?
Kmart headquarters was?
Not really.
Okay, so that's not it. So
Probably we didn't have much
Somerset
occasion.
Mall.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Grad school in the 80s.
Yeah.
Probably not a lot of occasion.
Well,
to
I
go
was
to
grad
Troy.
school in the 90s.
90s.
But I went there, but you're right. I was there. I worked for my brother from 85 to 94.
Okay.
And then I went to grad school.
Gotcha.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in the library school there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's where I got my degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is our guest room.
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
And then we had, well, you saw them. I don't have to
Yeah.
describe how the
no,
beds
just-
were.
we want you to. Though.
Oh, but yeah, you saw that there were two beds there
Mhm.
and here.
these-
So this is an interesting orientation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a guest room.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Because when we moved in, of course, our kids were grown and on their own.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everybody lives either in Michigan or we've got kids
Yeah.
and grandkids in Buffalo, New York. So if we want to see people, we got to give them a place to sleep.
Right. So they do come to visit you
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have
that's
lots
great.
of visitors.
Yeah.
We've had our nephews come. It's
Yeah.
just,
I have two sisters in Michigan and their
Okay,
families. Roberta's
yeah.
brothers in there. And,
yeah.
Right.
So-
Right.
We're all,
yep, a lot of people
Yeah.
come through.
and let's see.
And this is where all my toys were.
We saw that.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's still
Oh,
where the toys
exactly.
are.
That's
They're
funny.
just a
But
little
you don't
younger.
have the light bright.
Oh no,
Oh.
she's a little too old.
light
No,
brights are great.
But that's where the light bright was
Yeah.
kept.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've forgotten all about that one.
Yeah.
She's being very
Oh,
good.
she's
Yeah.
curious, yeah. Good girl, that's me.
So, and yeah, this was my bathroom.
Yep.
And
This is the guest bathroom.
right. And we had that. You saw that old tile that was there. Yeah.
I
It's,
grew up with that tile.
Yeah.
I think most of us did. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Something very
interesting.
similar, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Look how. And you saw what the sinks look like. Yeah, a lot hadn't changed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What cracks me up is the builder. You look at these, two sinks is great, but this one's white,
Yeah.
this one's
Oh.
ivory. It's like, guys,
We didn't
really?
know, and it was like we were so tired of living in an apartment.
Right.
And
Oh, and this house was perfect.
this was
Yeah,
perfect.
well, I'm
So we
glad,
said,
yeah.
We weren't going to quibble over the sinks, but still.
Yeah.
Makes
If
me
you
crazy.
didn't point that out. Yeah, and this was my sister's and my
Yeah.
other sister's room.
This,
You saw it with the twin beds.
Yeah.
this is the library.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
Oh, that's
This is
funny.
the
This
switch.
is the library. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we are planning on more, because we just got books everywhere. And this
We
is
need
where
more
I hold
bookshelves.
my yarn.
Yeah.
I crochet a lot.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
basically make clothes for my granddaughters.
Yeah.
So this is stuff. We always vacationed on Mackinac Island with our.
I never made it there when I was there.
If
Yeah.
you ever have
Yeah.
the opportunity,
It's such a nice
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's the lighthouse from there.
Yeah.
And then our son and daughter-in-law got that for one on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And those are Bob's grandfather's
Oh,
boats.
the original lights. Those are, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's
I don't know
nice.
what to do about those, so we use lamps. We almost never use the
Yeah,
lights.
yeah.
But not gonna take them out.
Penelope loves them. So this is
Oh yeah.
where
This is new to you.
the
Oh.
end is.
That's funny in
Isn't
the
it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they would have had to done all
Yes,
kinds
yes.
of stuff to retrofit.
No, it makes sense.
I was really impressed when I
And-
saw
and
that
so-
at the
Yeah.
use of the space.
So
Right.
you just get them along at the top
Oh,
there,
right.
and then at the top of the dining room and
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah. So you installed the central air, or
Oh,
they
it was
had
the
done?
builders did.
Okay, so that was put in before.
Yeah.
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 So. Yeah, I'll send you the video of which you would have been what you've seen, and this was, of course, my parents' room, the master bedroom. Yeah.
This is our room. The shower has changed.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
sure.
had a bathtub there, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had a bathtub in there. It's not.
Oh, it's no longer. That's
No,
interesting. My parents always took baths. Yeah.
That's the way the builder did it. We have a
Yeah,
bath
that may
there.
have been the case when I saw it in 2017.
So this is. We still have some things that we are.
Oh, we're always looking around.
We're
Yeah.
always looking around for things to do. The closets.
Oh, what really blew our minds from your video
Uh-huh.
was the window treatments here, the
The
blinds that
blinds.
went from
Oh,
ceiling
right.
down. Oh, to have that would be great.
It is. I did say to Bob, we're planning to. This
Yeah.
is our last house. So I said, as climate change just keeps getting warmer.
That's
Well,
interesting that you
just
deal a lot
that-
with the heat.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking we'll have to get something. I just love that
Yeah.
openness.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll have to see if it keeps getting so
Right,
terribly
right.
hot.
Well, yeah, because what my parents had for the longest time is the blinds that went this way and then a separate set of blinds
Yeah.
for the upper. And I can't remember if those were still there at the time of the video.
Yes, well,
Oh, okay.
There were
Yep.
blinds on it, and
Because
Yeah.
during the video, they were these two central spaces,
Yeah.
the blinds were closed, and we
Yeah.
said, "Oh, look at those blinds! That'd be so cool."
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
early morning sunlight comes in, and
Oh, that really
I'm up.
wakes you. Yeah, yeah. I could see that.
well, that's
So.
why I wear a sleep mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see
So-
that.
This is it, the
Yeah.
room. We lucked out. Bob's dad made our dressers. So
Yeah.
Oh.
custom.
A lot of them.
Oh, he made these dressers?
Yeah.
Some of the
He made a
furniture
lot
there.
of- that
Yeah.
was throughout the house.
I know.
That was his thing, especially after he retired. He had a fully
Oh
equipped
my gosh.
wood shop in his basement. And
Yeah.
he would just make stuff.
Wow.
And he ended up making really nice furniture, and he
Yeah.
passed away 3 years ago now. And
Okay.
So my sisters and I.
So did he do that as part of retirement, or is this stuff you
That's-
grew
that's
up
a
with?
hobby.
Oh no, this is
Yeah.
we didn't. These were in his room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
But-
he took up the woodworking later in life.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he was-
yeah.
Yeah, and
He was going to make the kitchen.
yeah,
That was funny.
Yeah.
yeah. He I believe the story is he took up woodworking because he was going to redo their kitchen,
Yeah.
and he wanted to build the cabinets himself.
Yes, and now my father-in-law said not going to take long, and I was pregnant with our first child,
Yeah.
and he was born in December of '88, and
Yeah.
And he said, no, I think this was like springtime. He says, no, the baby
Yeah.
I'll be done before the baby's here. We have pictures of our daughter who's
Yeah.
4 years younger. She's in a partially unfinished
Yeah.
kitchen.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
He liked to
so-
take his time.
Yeah.
I mean,
But he lived to 95, so
he
Right.
he kind of admitted to me that while I like making furniture and working with the wood, the real motivator is it gives me an excuse to buy tools.
Yeah.
That's what he liked.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
And when Bob's sister was dealing with the estate, she ended up the most valuable things, other than the mid-century modern original furniture that was in the house.
Right.
They
Was there
liked
any furniture? Or are you talking about the house you
In
grew up?
Detroit.
it.
or in
The one
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Birmingham, what
right.
he grew up in, but
the workshop stuff.
the
Yeah.
workshop stuff was the most valuable
Right.
Yeah.
of it, and it was not because what my sister-in-law did is she contacted one of his father's friends that
Yeah.
that did woodworking, and so she ended up kind of putting the word out, and so
Yeah.
they did it kind of that way.
These old woodworkers came trooping through to check out Wally's stuff.
All of Wally's
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it was really great for us to be able to bring back, these things
Right.
that he made himself and had this house.
I want to show you in the family room, or
Oh yeah,
in
I know the one
kitchen.
you're talking.
Or,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
My reading area.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is, and well, this he made, this dresser. That.
Wow. No, this is really good work. I mean, this would be
Yeah.
like a fortune if you were to try to
I
buy
wouldn't
stuff.
want to know how to pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
No, he
It's
really did become a craftsman in this
Yes.
area.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because that's, yeah.
He
Yeah.
made his grandson's bedroom furniture,
Yeah.
and then I think that's it.
A couple of meditation benches.
Yeah.
One.
Mine is in the.
Yeah.
It's. Right.
Custom meditation bench.
Yeah, because I'm too short for regular ones, so
Yeah.
my father-in-law made me one. And he used scrap wood, but it was cherry, so
Yeah.
you take what you get.
Okay, so did you want to show them the
Yes.
thing Dad made?
Yep, you wanna get the,
This is actually my favorite spot in the house.
Oh,
Every morning, this is where I sit and have my coffee and read the news.
that's interesting.
And one of the
Is
kids
it because
was
of the
like-
chair, or is it also the sense of space here?
It's because of the chair and
Yeah.
the sense of space. I mean, this just looks like a reading
Right.
corner. Right?
Yeah. It's interesting because, well, you saw in the video that there was a bench here. This was like not a space that you could sit in,
Yeah.
really. There was a
I grew up
couch.
with that.
Yeah.
Living room furniture.
Right. Yeah. So that's interesting. That's
Yeah, so that is one of the pieces my dad made.
wow. No, that's really
And the little
nice.
candle
He's
thingy
done
too.
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
Wow.
but you just can remove it and change the.
Wow.
You didn't know that.
I did not know that, no.
I learned that when I started to clean it, and I was like, did I break it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So.
yeah,
The other thing that was really interesting to us was from your video, looking through the windows and seeing the retaining wall.
Oh, right.
different
Yeah, and that my mom, it was railroad tracks
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Or railroad ties, I forget
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
well,
That's right. This is a
They-
lot shorter now
It
because it
is.
used to go all the way up there.
they,
Yeah.
that little white thing on top of the wall. That's
Oh, wait,
the
let me
French-
see.
That's the
Oh.
French drain.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
have several of them now.
that's so funny because that was the thing that my mom would like obsessively talk about. Like, I can't put it in a French drain, And do you know what was in there? Were
Speakers?
they? Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we-
yeah,
we-
And
noticed that.
these, I worked for a gentleman,
yeah,
and he was an avid art collector. And
Yeah.
these were from a named artist that I can't remember, and he gave these to me. They were in his office, and I
Oh,
just commented
nice.
on them. And
Now, when she says art collector, there's a room in the Detroit Institute of Arts with his
Uh-huh.
name on it.
Oh, the
So-
DIA. Wait.
DIA.
Yeah,
The DIA. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a huge.
Right.
He
Wow.
also has one in Minneapolis.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his. Uzbekistan
Oh,
rugs.
okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
I
know
did a lot of his
he
stuff.
was into glass and his wife was into the textiles.
Fun.
Yeah.
So I always thought this was the bad witch and the good witch.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's
Yes.
how I've always seen it. But I love this.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
matte, and
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I like that very much. We're going to change this to a gas.
Oh, it was gas, I thought.
Yeah, there is.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't know how good it
They
is now.
took it all out.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
we're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
get it enclosed and.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because this is the original screen. I remember
Yeah.
playing with these.
Big as
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's fine. It's not in bad shape.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And it just, I just feel safer when it's got a
Yeah.
thingy on it.
Yeah, and I doubt after my dad died, he died in 2001. He actually died like 8 days before 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I think even before that, there had never been a fire like since
Yeah.
probably the 70s. Yeah.
Every once in a while, when it's really rainy and if the wind is right, we'll get a few drips coming down.
Oh,
the
right.
chimneys.
Well, the thing I was going to mention that I always remember is being able to hear the rain on the roof when you're
Yeah, I love
upset.
it.
Yes.
This house is
I mean, I just
fabulous.
always knew that,
Yeah.
but
It's
in
like
the,
you're on vacation, when you stay in a
you're
cabin.
right. But for me, that was just what I grew up with.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting is you mentioning like seeing this house with the type of furnishings that you guys grew up with.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is interesting,
Mhm.
to be able to see something that's familiar to you in a place that you now know in,
Exactly.
yeah.
So this house, we were just so discouraged is the right word.
When we were searching
when
for a
we were
house.
searching for
Yeah.
the house. Our apartment was up in Cranberry. Bob
Ooh.
worked in Duquesne, and it's
Yeah.
just, Cranberry is like, ugh.
That's so funny. I don't even know Cranberry in Pittsburgh. I knew it from, no, I'm thinking of Cranbrook.
Oh, I know
Oh, okay.
Cranberry.
So
Yeah.
I get that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that's
Yeah.
Cranberry, but it's Cranbrook I'm
Yeah,
thinking
so
of.
we had an apartment in Cranberry for
Where is
it's
Cranberry?
north of here, up 279.
It's
Okay.
in Butler County.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
that's
it's
why I
at
don't
the
know. It's, yeah.
intersection by Mars.
Yeah, I
That's
kind of
all
know
I
where
can
Mars.
remember.
Yeah. That's really far to have to commute.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've always been lucky enough
Yeah.
until we got our university positions to have a decent drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we stayed at our house until our daughter graduated from high school. We didn't
Yeah.
like yanking her out.
Mhm.
you know.
Right.
So we did a lot of driving from Ann Arbor to Berkeley.
Yeah. How many kids did you have?
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
Okay, both daughters?
A son and a daughter.
A son and a daughter,
Our
okay.
son and daughter-in-law are
Oh, that's right. You
English.
mentioned
Yeah.
because he was,
In Buffalo.
or no, you were mentioning it was supposed to be built before you had him.
Yes, the kitchen.
And she's
yeah.
young, and then she's 4 years old and it still
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
finished. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah.
So it's it's funny, but it did get finished.
Yeah.
It did.
It did, yeah.
And he made a custom table to go in it.
Yeah.
So that was the
what he
fun
did.
part.
He go down
Right.
to the basement and start making stuff.
Yeah.
No, this house has turned out to be perfect.
Oh,
for
that's
us.
good. I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
We knew this was it, and we wanted a house that was big enough to have people come.
Yeah.
And this kind of fills.
And when COVID sent everybody home, having a separate office in the house,
Right.
separate from the living area.
'Cause
Wow,
when-
what a luxury that
Until
was.
Yeah.
I retired, Bob was down there doing
Okay.
his, and I was in there.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
retired in November of that year, so then he got
So,
to,
2000 you retired? Yeah.
not
To 2020.
2020.
2020. Yeah, I
the
always,
COVID.
yeah,
I know,
yeah,
once you
yeah.
get to a certain age, decades is
Because I'm
just sort of.
thinking-
Well, it's also because they're like even numbers.
Yeah.
I'm always doing that. I was
Yeah.
saying 2001 and wait, 2000. No, I mean 2011. I'm always doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
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 We all brains have that little
Yeah.
thing in it. They do a lot of work.
Yeah.
Would you like anything to eat?
I'm fine, actually. I'm totally fine. So.
Some stuff here if you'd like.
Every once in a while, I wonder what your mother would think about what we did with
that.
When we bought the house, it was just a lawn. There was
Right. It
no
was yeah.
garden.
I'm so glad. I'll try to. At a certain point, I just retired via layoff in November. Actually October 30th. And boy, but there's been so much going on. I don't know how I could continue working with a lot of stuff that has been happening. But I'm hoping in November I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling and to really go through the boxes of stuff and send you pictures of the garden as she did. Yeah.
We can send you pictures of as the meadow
comes into flower.
Oh, yeah, that would be really beautiful then.
We like it this time of year too. There's sort of a stark beauty to
it. Yeah, I could see that.
We like all but it's nice. It's nice we can start to see some of the shoots coming.
Right.
But we treat it natural and we let this.
I remember when I was living in Ann Arbor. This would have been 1990. I just bought a bike instead of riding around in a car, and I remember passing one of the yards in Ann Arbor where they let it go wild, and it was like one of my favorite yards.
I think maybe the germ for the idea was our kids live in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And they're in a very dense older section, Elmwood Village, and the houses are 30-foot lots, and it's house, and very small front yards. So many people there turn their little patches of grass into wildflower gardens.
Oh, that's nice,
and that kind of made us start to think, we can do that too.
Right.
The sod in the backyard was not done well.
So it didn't stick, you could pick it up.
Oh, interesting,
The deer were basically trooping through all the time, so it wasn't a backyard we're going to hang out in. So we thought, you know what? They want it, let's turn it into a meadow and let them have it. And
we have newborn fawns.
Oh, that's interesting. So you just have it.
So the mom would just put the little ones to sleep. Let's see. I have a picture. I just have to. Sorry. I have to look for
That's all right.
Yeah. I mean, every day we'll have deer coming by and hanging out.
Yeah.
The cats love it.
So do the
deer are used to
granddaughters.
the cats and to us.
Yeah, that's interesting because the deer started coming around like 2000, 2001, because it used to be rabbits. My mother was always chasing the rabbits.
Yeah.
And then I was surprised, like, whoa, these are just, then it became deer.
Yeah.
And then they could go over the fence that my mother had built in.
Richard and Claire over there are always going nuts.
Oh, so you know the neighbors?
By first
we never
name.
Knew them.
I mean, they're younger than we are. So, they probably wouldn't have been the same people.
No, I'm sure they aren't. Yeah. But we never knew anybody back there.
Yeah, they're nice people.
Yeah.
That guy there's kind of a trumper, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would have known from meeting you weren't trumpers, but you have more exposed to that here, I think, especially in Forest Hills.
Yeah.
And maybe even on this street, I don't know.
This is funny.
Maybe I don't think so. I don't get that vibe from the people we met so
Oh my
far.
God.
This is the week
That's
we
almost
moved
scary.
In. We didn't have we didn't have any
window treatments
treatments yet, and I hadn't started work yet. And, I came around the corner and there it was, and I'm like,
I've got a picture somewhere also. Roberta is standing here.
Oh gosh, yes.
And there's a deer standing just on the other side of the glass, and they're basically
having a conversation.
Oh.
So they were in the habit while the house was empty of just coming up.
Oh,
and
right.
out.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And they've gotten used to us, so they still come.
Yeah.
We love
Here's
that.
what some of them look. This is.
Oh, wow. Oh, did you see the movie? That is a beautiful shot.
Yeah,
that's
from the.
They like almost posed for that.
Yes.
Let me just take
I can send it to you.
Oh, no, I would love that. Yeah, that's just so trippy.
Yeah.
Did you see that's like so many deer.
You could text it to him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
There's a movie, it just came out, Leave the World Behind.
Have not
Like a year ago it came out with Julia Roberts and...
I think I've heard of it.
Anyway, it's like kind of this apocalyptic video, and there's a shot where all the deer just collect and stare, and it reminds me of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yours is,
I don't know if he's in there.
I don't know.
I can tell you what my number is. It's 818. I'll let you get there.
That's not going to let me do it.
Yeah, get out of contacts and take 3 steps away from him. It's trying to connect to his phone.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear it?
Okay.
Okay.
Picture up.
How long have you guys been married?
Oh gosh, it'll be
40
40
years
years
this year.
40 years on the 19th
Oh, right.
of April.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We have all-
1985. That's the year I moved to Ann Arbor, and I
Okay.
started working for my brother.
The picture.
Yeah, it should be in. Sorry.
That's okay.
One of the reasons I stopped working.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, it was from my phone. That's it.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yes. Okay. Cool. So I should be able to share. Send in Messenger. Huh. You know what? I have your phone number.
Oh, right.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, exactly,
Sorry.
exactly. Yeah, that'll be easier. So,
But there was something else I was trying to. Oh, look at this. There's another one.
We take a
wow. And where is this?
That's
again?
on the wall.
right up there.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, on the wall, on top
Yep.
of the wall. Got
Literally
it.
standing
That's
there.
like beautiful.
I know.
They're all
Yeah.
over the place. They just come and pose
Isn't
for
that
us.
just.
Fortunately, you guys aren't hunters.
No,
Like,
you know
you know
what's
what?
funny is everybody likes
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. in
Yeah.
this neighborhood.
Nobody.
I mean, when we realized what an opportunity we had here,
Yeah.
we did get a digital SLR with a telephoto lens just because
Wow,
these
wow.
guys-
That is really so trippy. Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
probably right that they realized they could congregate here. But that one picture, like, if there's any type of photo contest, you should submit that. I mean, it's really the
I
way
have
they're
good
lined up.
competition,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about.
That's
I don't.
okay, sweetie.
They've changed where things are in Facebook, and I can't find just the photos
Ah.
in
Yeah.
Facebook. So I've been going crazy trying to find that
Yeah.
picture. I was going to get the picture of the mother deer when they're tired,
Yeah.
when they put the
Right,
babies
right.
here. In June, we always have a pride flag in the front yard.
Yeah.
And she sat down to rest, and I got a picture of
Oh,
that.
wow,
And that
wow.
goes on my Facebook, and
Yeah.
that's why I was trying to look for the Facebook.
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
That the deer are so close up.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I know that some neighbors.
Do you feel that they know you at all?
We get that sense.
Yeah.
They like my voice.
Yeah,
And
gosh,
Yeah.
it's kind of gravelly.
Yeah.
For us,
Right.
And
They come to you.
they come to me when, but that happens when
Yeah.
I'm anywhere
Right.
with an animal.
Oh,
So-
that's interesting.
So they just kind of,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hi.
We get to recognize them, and you know,
Right.
it's seasonal. You know, we can
Yeah.
watch the fawns become adolescents and
Right,
then
right.
eventually move on. We'd like to think they also recognize us.
Yeah, but you
who
don't.
knows?
Yeah, but
We
they're
don't feed them though.
right, and they don't run away if
No.
you're around. That's more kind of what
Yeah.
I'm getting
Oh
at
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of like
they're not at all
yeah,
frightened by us.
right.
In the morning when it's kind of misty, it's you just see a bunch of them on the
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
driveway or down the street. They all
Right.
just kind of go in a group.
Yeah.
And then with the fall and the acorns, you would get like
It's hilarious.
a half dozen of different ages, and they're like little hoovers, and they're
Out on the
vacuuming,
driveway and on
Yeah.
the garage.
and they're
yeah.
just hoovering around,
Wow,
eating
wow.
them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
go for it, girls. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
I don't
Well,
want
that's
a
neat.
tree to pull out. So.
yeah.
So is this the first time you've really lived with deer like this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
We were always in basic
Yeah.
suburban.
Right.
I grew up, my parents had a cottage in Higgins Lake, which is like about here.
Okay, yeah.
So
You know someone's from Michigan when
Yeah,
they do
exactly.
that.
you could do the Upper Peninsula.
Right.
And so I'm sorry.
The deer, growing up with deer.
Growing up with deer, when we had a cottage that was in the woods. We were
Yeah.
and so deer were always,
Yeah.
you know,
Right, right.
That's where we would see them,
Yeah.
but not in Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys were a revelation to me.
Our
And like I said, it was never like this,
That's
you know.
amazing. That's really
Yeah,
amazing.
no, so I think your theory is probably right. 2 years that this was like a place that can congregate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our granddaughters just, they're mesmerized.